Hi, it's Steph. Thanks for clicking. This is my third update for Throwback 30. This is the Fantastic Ladies project created by Jessica Lee, and it is a construction of other Fantastic Ladies projects. Some of them are ongoing this year, and some of them ran a long time ago and are no longer current. At the intro, I did bring in all 30 projects and one product for each. I am going to be going through the 20 that I have worked on over the last month. As of last update, I had 27 left, and unfortunately there's no more leaving today, but I did make a lot of progress on several of these. The first one I'm going to talk about is 50 Shades of Black, which is this year's 50 Shades project, and I did bring in a black item for that. This is the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner in the shade Intense Black. It is a liquid eyeliner. It's the sample size, but it is still going. At the last update, I had 7 uses. I've used it 6 more times in the last month, bringing me to 13, and I'm using this until it doesn't work anymore, which is not yet. I am still getting product out of here. It is still nice and sharp, and so I'm still really enjoying this, and I absolutely would consider buying this whenever this is gone. Next is 50 Shades of Brown, which was last year's color, and I did bring in something brown. It's a concealer. This is the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer in the shade N2. I am trying to finish this. I had been using it for quite a while when it came into this project, and it's not done yet. I used it 23 times over the last month, which is the number of times I wore makeup. There's not a whole lot left in here. I am scraping the sides. I don't think you can see down there very well, but I do have windowing on the sides here. So I'm just going to keep using it till I can't get anything else out. I'm not sure when that will be. It's hard to tell with concealers, and this does not have a stopper, so there's nothing for me to take out to get to more product, but it'll keep going until it's gone. Next is 50 Shades of Green, and my green thing is a shampoo. This is the Nature Lab Perfect Repair Shampoo, and the shampoo is green. I've used it 5 times over the last month, so I'm making a little bit of progress. I am trying to finish this by the end of the project. It's hard to tell if I can do that or not because we are getting wider in the bottle, which of course makes progress look slower. So I'm not sure if it's going to happen at this point, but I'm going to keep using it anyway. It's a decent shampoo. It's not my favorite. It's not bad. And it's still living in my shower. 50 Shades of Pink was the original, and I do have an eyeshadow for that one. It's from my Coastal Scents Stylized Duo. It's the only one left in here. It doesn't have a shade name, but it is a pale pink. And I actually only used this once over the last month. At least that's what I have marked. I thought it was more than that, but apparently just once. I am trying to finish it, and that is quite a lot of pan. I do think I can finish it, but I do want to use it more than one time over the next month. Then there's 50 Shades of Purple. This has not been seen since the intro, but I picked a nail polish. I don't know what the brand is on this. There's no writing on here. It had outer packaging. This came as part of a set, and the brand name was on the outer packaging, but that's long gone, and I don't remember. I've worn this twice over the last month, one of those times being right now. And I think I could probably get 2 more uses out of it. There's not a whole lot in there. This is my oldest nail polish, so I'm excited to get it rolled out. It is pretty. It's like a metallic-y purple. And so it'll be in here for probably another month, and then I think I'll be done with it. We'll see. 50 Shades of Yellow and Gold has also not made an appearance since the intro, and it's not a lot of use, but it's some. This is my Cynthia Rowley eyeliner. It is gold, but it doesn't have a shade name. My goal is to use this 15 times, and I used it once so far. So that's something. It is a shimmery gold, and I think it's the shimmer that irritates my eyes. So I cannot put this on my waterline, but I can use it on my lash lines. The one time I used it was on my lower lash line, so I'll probably be doing that several more times, but this is still in here for 14 more uses. The Ancient Mythos Project Pan is a Fantastic Ladies project that was new this year, and this product has not been seen since the intro either. The prompt that I randomized for that project is Achilles, and Achilles is something that's your Achilles heel, so your weakness. And my weakness is gifts with purchase. So anytime I see, oh, you spend X amount of dollars and you get this stuff free, I feel motivated to spend more than I otherwise would have to get the free stuff, which of course is not really free since I'm spending more money. So I brought in something that I got as a gift with purchase, and this is a primer. It's the DHC Velvet Skin Coat Makeup Primer. I've used this 10 times in the last month. I can't really mark this because it doesn't settle. It has a higher viscosity, and so there's not really a level that I could draw on there. It is a pore filling primer. My skin does look smoother whenever I use this. This is not a brand that I had heard of before, so I found that interesting, but I do like it, and I will be finishing this, I hope. Another Pan Bites the Dust is themed around Queen songs, and the song that I randomized is Bohemian Rhapsody, and that is a product that takes a long time to finish. Eye primer takes a long time to finish. This is the NYX Glitter Primer. I am trying to finish this. There's still an air bubble in here, so I don't know if that's realistic or not. It looks like it's full to about there-ish, but there's less product than that. I just don't know how much. I've used this 10 times in the last month. I just use this when I want like a sparklier look. So that happened 10 times, and we're gonna see if I finish it by the end of the year, and I really don't know. The Beauty and the Beast project pan is also new this year. It is a finale coming up, and I randomized a prompt from that project and I got Belle. Belle is something different in your collection because she was different from her town, and I picked this Nailtopia orange nail treatment because it's the only nail treatment I own. I think I can get one more use out of this. I'm not sure. I thought about calling this for this update, but I think I can do it. There's a little bit left in there, and I think if I lay it on its side, then I can get enough out to coat my nails one more time. So I thought this would be empty for this update. It's not, but I am certain of next time. I used it 3 times in the last month, and I'm thinking one more will do it. Birthstone Beauty has also not been talked about since the intro, but that project is based on the birthstones, so each month has one or more stones that are associated with it. I decided to randomize a month because this project was in Throwback 30 last year, and I did my own birthstone last year, which was amethyst, and I wanted something else this time, so I just randomized and I got April. April's birthstone is diamond, and what I picked is the Moonlight Path Diamond Shimmer Mist from Bath & Body Works. My goal is to use this 30 times, and so far I've used it 10 times. So I have 20 uses to go, so I'm thinking probably 2 more months. I love this scent. This has been sitting in my closet for years because I don't really want to use it because then it'll be gone and I won't have this scent anymore, even though I could just go buy more. But I am finally using this now, and so hopefully I will eventually someday finish it. But for right now, just 20 more uses. Color Pan is for panning ColourPop products, so I brought in my only ColourPop product. This is the first time you're seeing this since the intro too, but it is, if you may recall from the last 2 years, the ColourPop Cherish Pressed Powder Palette. It's a 5-pan palette. I'm trying to use this palette 30 times, and so far I've used it twice. Both of those times I used every single shade in here. That is not necessarily a requirement as long as I use it 30 days, but in this case I've used each shade twice. I'm sorry about the glare. The gold here on the end is very crumbly, and if I open this and then tilt it forward, I will lose that shade. And I don't want to do that because it's pretty, but this is still in here for another 28 uses. Disney Princess Roulette is themed on the Disney princesses. There's a list of the princesses, and each princess has 2 colors associated with her based on her wardrobe. I randomized a princess and I got Ariel. I decided to pick a purple item because I own more purple, and I went into my Lilo and Stitch Ohana palette. And here is a purple shade called Nani. It's a shimmery one over there on the end. I used it 5 times over the last month, and that brings me to a total of 9 in this project. My goal is to use it 15 times, so I have 6 left to go. I'm thinking maybe 2 more months at that pace. We'll see how I do. I do really love that color. So even though this is not a very expensive palette and some of the shades aren't so great quality, I do like that one. So it'll be in here for maybe 2 months yet. The Happy Hour project pan is themed around adult beverages. I randomized a prompt and I got the prompt Happy Hour, which is something that you got on sale. Tree Hut has sales all the time. I think it's usually buy 2, get 1 half off or something along those lines. But I picked up this product whenever they had that sale. It's the Ocean Glow Moisturizing Shave Oil. I am trying to finish this. There are my markings, so I am down here. So I am past the halfway point. It's probably going to be 2 or 3 more months. We'll see how that works out. I do like this scent. I love this product. I would repurchase this product either in this scent or in a different one, but it is still in the project for now. It's Panning Cats and Dogs is themed around our pets, and I randomized a prompt from that project, and I was thrilled to get the prompt Best of Breed, which is to tell you about my pet. I talked about him in the intro, but I'm going to tell you a little bit more just because I like having an excuse to talk about my dog. His name is Linus, and he is adorable and fuzzy, and he also believes that he is very fearsome. At some point a couple of years ago, I was watching something on TV, and it had a werewolf in it, like a really bad CGI werewolf. And Linus saw this werewolf on the TV, and he was relentlessly barking at it, trying to scare it off to make sure that we would be safe from this monster. And so when the movie cut to a different scene and it was no longer on screen, he gave a very satisfied huff and walked off with his tail in the air. So he believes that he saved me from a werewolf. He's convinced that that's what happened. I think it's hilarious, especially since he weighs a grand total of 18 pounds. With Linus's breeding coloring, he does have eyebrows, and that's usually one of the first things that people notice about him. So I picked a brow product. This is the Brow Bar Brow Definer Extra Slim Brow Pencil in the shade Cinnamon Spice. My goal is to finish this brow pencil, and so far I've only used it 3 times, the 3rd time being today. And this is a little bit light for me. I think this shade would be better for someone who is blonder, but I got this as a gift with purchase. I didn't pick it. It is very thin, which is very convenient for people who want to really define their brows. The thing is, I have pretty full brows, so usually I'm just trying to even out the shape. Like whenever I got my brows waxed last, she got one brow thinner than the other. So I've been trying to make the other one look a little bit thicker so they match better. This is still in the project. It's going to be a while because I've only used it 3 times, but we'll see how long it lasts. Lip service is for panning lip products of any type, and what I picked was a lip crayon. It's the Peri Pera Perry's Tint in the shade Fruity Orange, and I really thought this was going to be done for this time too, but I kind of forgot about it and only used it once. So I think I can get another couple of uses out of it. It's not done yet. It is rolled all the way up, by the way. So I'm very limited in how much use I'm going to get out of it, but there's still more to be had. And hopefully next time, I hope I didn't just jinx myself again. Same pan last year is themed around holidays, and the holiday that I randomized is Latin Heritage Month, which is a Latin-owned brand. So I picked a conditioner this time. It's the Nuco Super Thick Conditioner. I'm trying to finish this bottle. When I use this, I do use the matching shampoo, but the shampoo is not actually in this project. There I am now. There are my markings, so I've been consistent with this. The conditioner itself is okay, but I don't think I would purchase it because I don't really like the shampoo that goes with it. It doesn't lather very much, and I feel like I need a lot of it, and this is not a cheap shampoo. So I don't think I would buy the conditioner for that reason, but I don't mind finishing it since I have it. That 70s pan is themed around the 70s, and I randomized the prompt The Jeffersons. The Jeffersons are a Black-owned brand since it was a TV show that featured a Black family. The brand that I picked is Fenty. This is the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb Heat in the shade Lemon Lava. My goal is to use this 30 times. At the last update, I had 8 uses. I used it 5 more times for a total of 13, so I'm almost halfway. So 3 to 4 more months at that rate. I do really like this lip gloss. It looks like a gold in the tube, but on the lips it's just a really shiny clear gloss. There is some glitter shimmer particles in there. You don't feel them on the lips. It just makes your lips look really shiny. So that's a neat effect, and I will keep using this. That's Expensive is for panning expensive items, and I picked my most expensive foundation. It's the Lancome Tinty Doll Ultra Wear in the shade 115C. And unfortunately this just fell over, so it's not really settled very well, but it was like down here-ish. It's a little bit below that mark. I only used it 3 times in the last month. This is about to start getting more use because I have lost what I had of a summer tan. So this is a better match for me than it was a couple of months ago. We'll see the use pick up on it, and this will probably be done by the end of January. That's So 2000s is the decade project for the knots, and I randomized the prompt Bratz dolls. The Bratz dolls would look very scary if they were actual people because actual people are not proportioned that way, and I would be terrified and think that aliens had invaded the Earth. However, I did bring in a product that exaggerates my features, which is what that prompt is. This is the Lancome Base Day Mascara. It is a lash primer. I used it 4 times in the last month. There's still product in here. And so this does in fact make your lashes longer, and then you put mascara over it. The thing is, I don't need this on a daily basis. I'm only using it sometimes, which is why it's only been a few uses. But this is still in the project. It does work, but it's not a product that I personally would buy because I don't believe that it is marketed for me. But if you are interested in lengthening your lashes, this would help. And the last one is Zodiac Panner. This was a project based on the 12 Greek zodiac signs, and 2 years ago I did my sun sign. Last year I did my moon sign, so this year I did my rising sign, and my rising sign is Gemini. The color associated with Gemini is yellow, so I went into my Lilo and Stitch Ohana palette, and this is the shade Paradise. It's a very yellow gold. My goal is to use that 15 times. I used it 4 times in the last month, which gives me a total of 7. So I'm about halfway on that one too. I do like that color in fall. That's when I'm more prone to wearing it. So I've been using it a little bit more lately, and I will have even more use for next time. So there's my update for next time. I intend to finish this nail treatment for the Beauty and the Beast project, and I think I can also have this nail polish done for 50 Shades of Purple. So we'll see how well I do. Wish me luck, good luck with your projects, and I will see you next month. Bye!